If a love for me instead, y'all.
All right, how are you guys? How's everybody doing? Hold on, our bass coming. Hello, Johnson. Hello. Good. Ferrari, how are you? Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, guys, how are you? Yeah, let me just close this. All right, how are you guys? Yeah, very good, very good pound yen short that we are currently in with the VAP group. Amazing pound yen short, I'm sorry. Yeah, GBP Japanese yen. What's your stop loss, boss? On what? On the pound yen? 165.73. Just here. Boom. Right? This is an amazing setup. Bro, I got kicked off VIP for no reason. Well, mate, there must be a reason. We wouldn't kick you out, without a reason. Maybe, I don't know, you didn't pay your subscription, maybe. And if you open an account, right, with AvaTrade and didn't trade your account, where that's the reason, mate. You have to trade that account if you want to be on the VIP group. So, this is my currently my pound yen short. Pound yen short, yeah, very good. Uh, right now, starting at 20 pips in profit. Dude, you copied the trade FS. I don't know what that means. Is this a new VIP for Forex? I don't know. Are we to take a sell now? Mate, I can't tell you what to do. The only thing I can show you is my trades. Right, so I'm going to record the video for my VIPs, so you might well listen to my thought process. I mean, if it makes sense to you, right? This is what we do. Um, so basically, I was waiting for this. Let me show you. Earlier today, I was waiting for this. Open. Right, here we go. So this was the pound yen, where the pound yen was trading earlier today at the open, right? Not at the open, but at the beginning of the London session. So I was waiting for this high to get taken out and for the supply zone to get mitigated, right? So I was waiting for that. And this is exactly what happened, right? Currently short the pound yen. Kind of aggressively. I will aggressively, manage it. But I mean, I'm still very happy with that trade. Thoughts on DE40? I have no thoughts. Is US dollar Swiss franc still good? Yep. Oh, am I
Just
too
picking
late
up a
for the
tweet here
trade?
from Paola Tammer. She's a reporter for
Um,
Politico Europe.
well,
She's maybe
you
something to
might
keep an
have
eye on today.
been,
She's
but you
one
know
official
what?
has
I mean,
told her there is
it's
some
up to
mild
you
panic
if you want
about the
to take the
possibility
trade.
of no
So
deal
let
on
me
the EU's
record
2023 budget
the
tonight.
video for my
Another
VIPs.
official
You
has
can
told her, though,
now
it's
you
not
can
usually a
hear my
budget dance.
thought
The Commission
process
proposes a
on
draft figure.
this
Parliament shoots
particular
higher. The
trade.
Council seeks to cut it and
See
then
if
go
it
back
make
to the
yeah, I
start.
mean if it makes sense to you, right? So, hello traders. Why don't we talk about this pound yen short that I'm currently in? I got triggered at 160, 165.20, 165.29.3, so a little bit of slippage, which is fine. So earlier today, I told you that I was waiting for price to break with the highs, right? To take out the buy side liquidity from these highs. This was, if I'm not mistaken, um, Friday's highs, right? I mean, the last high on Friday. Now, I was also waiting for this. I was also waiting for this for short players to get out. I mean, to get in on a retest of the previous broken lows, right? And for those short traders or for those weak shorts to get, hold on, let me just change the color on my brush. Sorry about that. And for those new short traders to get a stop out, right? New buy side liquidity being created, right? That spike high, mitigating the supply zone that created the break to the downside, and then I got in. So I wasn't going to get in at market or with a sell limit. My idea was to wait for the break of the current bullish structure, right? So that's why I placed my sell stops just below the previous low at 165.30 and my stop losses at 165.73, just above that supply zone, targeting the previous demand zone around the 164 level. So, because of how strong this move has been to the upside, I will be managing it quite aggressively, but for the time being,
We're hearing this note from Morgan Stanley doing the rounds now, saying they see 150
right,
basis points
so
worth of
that
Bank of England
was
rate cuts in
that is my thought process
2024.
on the pound yen
Also, see the
shorts.
central
I'm
bank
going to
stopping
show you
hiking in March
also
2023. So Morgan
why
Stanley, the Bank of
on
England, sees them stopping hiking
on the
in March
Japanese yen side
2023, and
why
these sees
to
150
get.
basis points
So
worth
let
of
me just
cuts
send
in
this to my
2024.
VIPs. I think this is the one. No, there's another one. So any questions, guys? How are you? How was your weekend? Hope everybody had a great weekend. I sure did. I rested a ton. I went to the beach. Um, yeah, I got my energy back. So the other trade that I was looking at were US dollar shorts. I do have that pending order on the US dollar South African rand. This is still pending. I'm still thinking about it, right? But price is still trading inside of that daily range, which is why I haven't done much with it, right? I haven't done much. I was watching price, retesting the daily highs, and I really don't know if it printed new daily highs, right? But yeah, I mean, it's still trading inside of the range, right? That's why I have sell stops below the daily lows. But if price breaks, if price continues to make new highs, right? Or if price breaks with this high, then I'm going to delete my pending order on this market. Now, on the DAX side, yeah, I took a short on DAX with the VAP team. I got triggered here. Let me show you my trade idea. So first of all, this is a speculative short in the sense that that I'm trading a mean reversal, a short-term mean reversal in this market. Now, the main reason that I took this trade with half of a percent risk, because it is a more of a riskier trade, a speculative entry, right? Because of how strong this market is. But the main reason is because this is such a strong key level in historic price action. Also, this is the last time that we really saw buyers jump in at really at this level. And it is the first time that it has been retested after this massive breakout, right? Or breakout, breakout. So my idea was to trade short, right? Also, we are also this breakout. There's a massive imbalance here, which is normally acts as magnet. Right? Now, my idea was on the short time frames, right? Let me show you, apparently. My trade idea was simply to trade the short side on a break of these lows, right? Which normally know the probability after breaking this low, um, mm, and the probability of a bearish momentum, igniting is higher, right? So I placed my sell stops just below these lows. I got triggered on a hack risk, right? And right now it's in a little bit of a drawdown, and I am down on this particular trade, mate, 0.15%. So, because of the lack of momentum to the downside, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my stops just above these highs, right? Now that will cut my risk in half, meaning that I will be risking around 0.25% on this trade, but it's still looking very good. In my opinion, it's still looking very, very good. Because what I'm looking at here is just price coming back and mitigating this supply zone. That's why I'm going to place my stop losses here, because if price breaks with these highs, then the supply zone fails, right? And the downside has no edge, or the trade or the short trade has no edge. So I am going to do that just now, and I would send that to my VAPs. So basically, exactly, um, moving my stop losses at 1406, 14306, right? If I get stopped out on this, I will incur in a very, very, very tiny loss, 0.25% loss. Um, JER 30 and DE 40 are the same, right? I don't think so. Hold on, guys. 0.25%. All right, cool. So, but as long as price keeps trading below those highs, this looking good. Now, we do have some pullback on the pound yen. Let's have a look on the pound yen. Uh, Price is pulling back towards my entry zone right here. Let's go to the 1 minute chart just to have a look at what's going on, right? Now, as long as price stays below the 165, 52, 53, I am good with this trade. Mhm. Hello, Ashton. How are you? Yeah, as long as we aren't below that level, I'm good with this trade. So on the Japanese yen side, let's have a look at the hourly. What's going on here on the Japanese yen side? Remember, I am taking a. I just took a short on the pound yen, which means that basically I am long the Japanese yen, right? So the Japanese yen moving or printing new lows, but as long as our price stays above this level, right, this entire zone actually, we are still good on this trade idea, right? So basically, the 75.40 to 75.56 is the bull bear frontier for the day on the Japanese yen, right? Now, if you look at the hourly chart on this market, after the break of these highs, if you remember this massive manipulation, right?
Just
This
a heads
is
up, said to be
looking
an
quite
ECB
bullish on the
sources
short
story
term, in my opinion.
doing the rounds at the moment due to reporting
In
restrictions,
my
though we can't
opinion,
bring you the details. Just repeat,
right.
ECB sources story said to be doing the rounds.
Now on the pound US dollar side, well, I was looking at US dollar shorts. That's what I was looking at, US dollar shorts this morning. But to be completely honest, I didn't find any good setups, on the Euro US dollar, the Aussie USD. I was
Turkish
talking to my
official says working
VAPs
with some
about this,
countries against terrorism. They declined to comment
consolidations
though
in
on the
this
earlier
markets
reports of a
on the
meeting
Aussie
between Russia and
USD.
the US in
Same
Turkey.
thing on the Euro USD, right? And the break or trading a break on to the upside, which would be in fact a short on the U.S. dollar, didn't seem optimal at the moment. So that's why I chose the U.S. dollar versus the South African rand for a U.S. dollar short on a breakout. But if you look at the USD, my friend, if you look at the USD, this is DXY, right? If you look at the DXY right now, what I was looking earlier was this, right? What I was looking earlier was this, just price consolidating at the lows of the move, right? But still trading. Let me just delete all of the drawings. Still trading above this key level, right? So anything above this key level on a daily basis, right? On a day trading basis, to me is still bearish. But right now, there's absolutely no uh, immediate direction or daily direction in these markets, just chopping around. That's why, very possibly, I will be depleting that US dollar South African rand, sell stop, right? Gold. You took a short on EU. Well, that is aggressive. That is just very, very aggressive. Right. So, last Friday, I took, another speculative short in gold, got stopped out for a 0.45% loss, which is fine. Now, I was looking at today's price action in this market, and my idea from last Friday was playing out actually, but I decided against taking a short in this market, just because of how strong this move is, and because there's absolutely no setup for me as a or a reversal setup. Right now, last Friday I was looking at just a break of this ending diagonal, if you want to call it, right? I got triggered, and maybe my entry was a little bit too aggressive in the sense that I think my sell stop were inside of the ending diagonal, whatever you want to call it. But right now, I'm just looking for that deep pullback towards the between the 123 and 129 zone right here. This is where I want to look for buys in this market. Right now, the reason that I am still waiting for that is because of this. If you notice, right after the change of the structure from being well, this was the chop around at the bottom, right? After the break of these highs, there were two massive impulsive moves, right? Now, if you look at price action itself, the pullbacks have not been deep. They have been actually quite shallow. So, why am I expecting waiting for a deep pullback? One, because I don't want to buy. I don't want to be a buyer. I'm never going to be a buyer at this highs. To me, but trying to buy, at these highs has absolutely no edge. More so because, if you notice, it's again the same fucking thing. Very, very important. Key pivotal level in historic price action. This is the last time that we saw real buyers jump in this market, and this is where we saw real sellers jump in this market. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get a reversal, but the probability of us getting of this market getting a pullback or a deeper pullback here is much higher than at these highs, because what happened here is that these short players, they got stuck out. This is what happened here, right, on this breakout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for those demand zones on the lower time frames, when and if that plays out. Right, questions. I think EU will go up to retest daily 200 EMA at 1040 and will go down. I don't know, but why don't we have a look at that? Let's have a look at the Euro USD. Now, let me just drink a little bit of water. Ooh. Right. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. So, we are looking at the Euro USD. Retesting another one, retesting a key pivotal level. This is massive. Most markets are doing this, right? So, this to me, basically, what this means to me is that one, we already missed that move. For example, on the pound USD, I didn't miss that move. We are still with the string trading group. We are on that one, and we are up about 550 pips on this one. But on the Euro USD side, massive key level, right? The first thing that I look for, it's historic key levels in the market, and as you can see here, of course, that this is what that exactly mean. If you need a description of what a historic key level to me is, this is the one, right? This is the last time that we saw buyers, protecting this level or jumping in, and then again, here is where we saw real sellers bring price down, on this market for about 8%. Now, again, this absolutely doesn't mean that we are going to get a reversal or we are going to get another 8% move. Of course not. But this is a level that you must watch. Hold on. Oh, just a second, guys. Zoom out. No, zoom in. Zoom in. Right, so this is a level that you must watch. You must have it on your charts. Why? Because one, there's absolutely no reason why you would want to look for buys in this market right now. More so because the yeah, there's absolutely no reason why you would want to look for buys here, right? Buying at such a strong level is just burning money, right? Trying to buy here means that you're trading with FOMO, in the sense that what you want to do is just trying to find somewhere to jump in on the move that you already missed, right? Now, on the other hand, this doesn't mean that we should look for shorts. In my opinion, that is very speculative, right? For example, that short in gold was quite speculative, and that's why I risk just half of my normal risk on those trades. what I'm doing here, right? I'm just waiting to see what happens because there's two scenarios actually. There's two scenarios. One, buyers are really strong, and price is going to break with that level. Now, if that happens, then I will look for longs at a retest of you know of this zone, around this zone. I'm just eyeballing it, right? But my preferred scenario is a pullback, guys. That is my preferred scenario, a pullback towards this level right here. So a pullback towards this level would, in fact, um, have a higher probability of success and would yield a much better risk to reward scenario in the sense that there is, just by looking at it, right? Just by looking at this zone, um, yeah, I'm just eyeballing it, but let's eyeball this entire zone. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's eyeball this entire zone. So basically, there's a defined stop loss and a defined entry here, which and a defined TP1, which gives an amazing risk to reward scenario, right? But if you try to buy here, where would you buy, right? And if you try to trade the breakout at such a strong level, where would your stop loss be? Would it be here? Would it be here, here, or all the way down here? So the stop loss positioning is not well defined, and the probability of the breakout is much lower than the probability of price pulling back just by looking at this one level, right? Find love. Oh boy, the porn sites are here. All right, so yeah, having said that, everything is pointing out at possible. Look at the pound USD, right? I'm still holding this pound US dollar longs. Our entry, let me show you actually, guys. I'm gonna show you because it's quite interesting in the sense that it really, really, really doesn't matter. Mm, all right, so I'm gonna have to go to the 4-hour chart. Is fine. So this is the swing trade that we're currently in, right? We already took half of our position at a 2% profit, and right now this trade is up 50 pips, right? When I told you guys that it was up 550 pips, but because it was all the way up here. So, it drew down 50 pips or so. Now, if you notice, we stuck with this trade on a 270 pip pullback. Why? Because we are we are swing trading, so we're not looking at the daily oscillations in price, right? What I'm looking at is how price reacts to key levels, and in this case, as long as price stays above, let's call it the 116, for example, I'm going to keep looking for longs, meaning that because we already took half of it, half of this trade off at a 2% profit, um, I don't care about, I want a deep pullback. I don't know, 150 pip pullback toward this zone so I can add to my position. And all of the markets that I'm looking at, guys, at um, are are at key levels. Sorry, are at key levels. So about this pound yen, I'm still holding it, and let me see. Yeah, the DAX is looking good. Yeah, everything is looking good. So basically, what I'm looking at here on the pound US dollar, right? As you can see, price is moving down right now. This means very possibly that we are getting some bullish action here on the USD. As you can see, maybe we can find some US dollar longs, and that'll be awesome actually. But on the Euro USD side, no, I'm not shorting here. I'm not shorting here either. I'd much rather I much rather find deep buys in this market rather than trying to short them. So, but because, hold on, I still have my US dollar South African rand. Yeah, I'm going to delete the US dollar South African rand sell stops right now if you are a VIP or on the free group because I sent it on the free group too. Just delete that order and let me send that notification. South African rand sell stops. Uh, DXY is breaking with is printing uh, new daily highs. Right. So yeah, that's the other reason that I'm sorry, I decided to um use sell or stop orders in this case. Right. I'm still holding my pound yen short and still holding my DAX short. Right now my DAX short is at entry. My pound yen is in a little bit of a drawdown, 5-10 pips in drawdown. I'll possibly close half of it at a 15 pip loss above the 165.46. I might not. It depends. It depends. Let's have a look at the pound yen very quickly, guys. We're gonna have a look at the pound yen very quickly on the 5 minute chart. I mean, this is looking good. Actually, I'm going to hold on to this trade. Um, yeah, I mean, the trade idea itself is has a high probability of success. So I am not going to touch it actually, right? Because and the reason is because of math, right? It's because of math. This setup, I mean, even though you might think it's a little bit riskier, it has a very high probability of success I mean, let me show you why. One, because of one, weak players getting stopped out, and because of this inducement right here, and the mitigation of this supply zone, which held, right? So I am holding this trade. I'm holding this trade currently back in profits, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, Stefan Giovanni. Oh boy, I forget about yeah. Thanks for using reply button in Telegram for notification for trade. Sure, you're welcome. Um, we try to keep you happy, guys. So Euro USD. Let's have a look at the pound US dollar. Mm. And this is the main reason that shorting in such strong markets is quite difficult, right? And you have to be very aggressive on how you manage those trades, right? And of course, you must never enter full risk when trying to catch a mean reversal, even if it's in a short term. Let's have a look at gold. Um, there's very little going on at the moment, guys. Very little going on. Very possibly we're going to get that pullback because just have a look at the 45-minute chart or so. Yeah, gold printing new lows, breaking with those lows. I mean, this doesn't mean much. This doesn't mean much, but this let's have a look at the 50-minute chart. This 50-minute candle closing below these lows really um could actually bring that
Getting more
moment to
comments
the
from the
downside, but
ECB
you
to
know it
prevent
all
systemic
depends on the
weakening of the
USD.
euro doesn't make a
And
lot of
right
sense yet.
now, the USD failed to break these highs, right? It failed to break these highs. So this is the entire zone that I'm looking at on the DXY. Now, if the DXY breaks above this zone, then yes, I will be looking for longs, but no, but if it stays below, I'm really uncertain if I'm really going to look for shorts today on the US dollar, given the fact that I'm already in two trades on the pound yen. currently in profits, and on the DAX, which is which is at break even at the moment. So I'm currently in two trades, and I'm not too keen of shorting at the bottom of strong moves, or buying at the top of strong moves. Um, I'm more of a wait for a deep pullback to get in kind of trader. So, yep, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, the pound yen again is starting to rock. We need some more momentum to the upside. Let's have a look at the Japanese yen. Now, the Japanese yen reacting to this level that I just showed you earlier, right? As long as price stays above this level, we are golden with that trade on the pound, on the pound, on the GBP Japanese yen, right? As long as we get that reaction to this level, which is currently happening. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens here on the Japanese yen side. Um, yes. So you have any questions, guys? Because there's not too much going on, to be completely and utterly honest with you. I am seeing on my other screens a little bit of a pullback on the Euro USD, the Aussie USD. Let me just delete all of these drawings. The Euro USD looks like the best possible deep buy, in US dollar markets, but still very far from being confirmed. Yeah, other than that, there's not too much going on. I mean, one um piece of advice is just not to force it. If there's no traces, there's no setups, just don't take them, right? I'm going to unflag this. Just wait for your zones to get hit. And what happened with my Japanese yen market here? Just wait for your zones to get hit, guys. Let's have a look at crude oil. Crude oil, I haven't traded crude oil in a while. Yeah, not too much going on here, other than let's have a look at Brent. Actually, I flagged Brent earlier for possible longs. Now, let's have a look at this, because this is quite interesting, right? I'm gonna go to a lower time frames, 30-minute chart, just to start with, yeah, very possibly this was the place to take longs in this market, very possibly. But mhm, yeah, very possibly this was a place to take longs on this market. But I haven't traded crude oil in a while, and I'm too keen on trading it at the moment. But 95 level in Brent looks like the spot. So any questions, guys? Because there's not too much going on. If I'm not gonna, if I am not going to take a trade, I don't see the point of being live. I'd rather, because I'd rather go back live later in the day, maybe at the New York Open. If something or anything that I just talked about, plays out, that's the thing that I want to talk about is this. The S&P 500. So the S&P 500, I have been trying to catch the dip on the S&P 500, right? Um, this is basically
German
on
government spokesperson says due to the complexity of the gas and electricity price break and coordination with the EU, no decision expected in the cabinet this week.
all right. So yeah, basically, um, I'm talking about a possible swing trade for the swing trade of VIP group, right? What we try to do there is just catch those, catch those big trades, those dips, right, at the correct zone and at the correct time, right? Um, it's not me. I mean, you have to be very patient in the sense that you have to wait for your price to hit your zones to get that good risk to reward ratio and be able to get in on with size. But I mean, very much like this one on which we are targeting about 1,000 pips for the next take profit. I want to do on the S&P 500. Now, the reason that I'm looking at possible swings longs on the S&P 500 is because of this. This to me, this is very bullish, at least on the midterm, right? This candle, this is a 12-hour candle. Let's go to the daily. I mean, this daily candle, this was Thursday's candle, was so bullish, right? To me, this flags a possible reversal. Now, hear me out. It doesn't, I mean, I didn't say that it flags a reversal, right? In the sense that I am not saying that, we are getting a mean reversal in US equities. Of course not. There is a ton of levels that are going to cap the upside in this market, but that really doesn't matter. What I'm looking for is a deep buy in this market, right? Because the next key level is just very far away. And I don't, I mean, I, I mean, let's call it this. This should be the next key level, right? This is going to be the level that is going to cap the upside should price continue to rally. But if price rallies towards that level, which is the 41.30, right, and then reverses back, really doesn't matter because this is where I'm going to take profits, or it's going to be my TP1. But I'm not going to I'm not going to buy here. I'm waiting for a pullback. Now, the zone that I'm waiting for that pullback towards two, I mean, I haven't defined it yet. But if we get a hold on, if we get a red day, very possibly we're going to come back towards the 38.40. That would be a good zone. Anything here in this vicinity, guys, would be very, very good for buys, in my opinion. So, should this play out, and now I'm going to show you why I wait for those dip buys. Should this play out, um, my stop losses would be below these lows, right? I need defined stop losses, right? And that, my friends, would give me um, a hold on. This is a short position. Long, right? Hold on. That would give me a nice 4R. Let's call it a 4R towards first targets, right? And there's a ton of things going on in this market that are really, really looking good for that particular setup. I can see liquidity being built up here and here. So same thing, right? I'm not going to be one of these traders, one of these eager to get in on the move because I don't want to miss a trader, right? I'm waiting for those weak traders to get fucked, and then I'm going to get in with big money, right? This is eyeballing it. Of course, I haven't done the analysis on the chart, but very, 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 very looking forward for that particular move. Now, if price continues to rally, then I'm just going to watch it run because I would have missed the move. But the thing is that this is the breakout. I mean, this move was the breakout of that massive zone. So we haven't retested quite yet these previous highs. And the other thing that I'm looking for, right? I'm not going to dip buy at the previous broken highs. That is a big no for me, right? That is a big, big, big no for me. Why? Because um, if this plays out, right, lows are going to be created here, right? And that is going to build sell side liquidity that is going to be taken out more often than not. I'm not saying that this happens 100% of the time, but I just look for the real zones where big money might dip buy this market if it in fact, right, is a deep buy play. Nobody knows. But I am not going to do what everybody else tries to do, which is try to buy the dip on the previous broken highs, because more often than not, those players get stopped out. That's just by observation, mates. That's just by observation. Yes, sometimes by not playing the deep buy at the previous broken highs, I am going to miss the move. But the probability of success of waiting for those players to get stopped out and that liquidity to be taken out and price moving towards the zone, which is not this one at all, mates. This is not the zone. I'm just eyeballing it, like I told you. Sorry, but again, you know, yeah, I mean, just by observation and by pure, personal pain, getting stopped out by trying to do that exactly, you know, um, ages ago. I just don't do it. I just wait for that. I mean, I just wait for that particular scenario to play out before I try to, before I jump in. But that's just me, right? I know some of you are not patient enough or don't like to wait for for those setups, but I feel like burning money. More power to you. What about US dollar versus the Swiss franc? Is it clever to stay in or go out? Listen, mate, Olympia hasn't updated you just yet on the trade, which means that he is still holding it because his setup is still very much valid. But again, it's up to you to decide whether you want to stay in or not on that trade. I mean, we're never going to tell you what to do. What we do is we just show you what we're trading, right? It's up to you if you want to follow. Or, and right now, I mean, again, if you can't handle a little bit of a drawdown in a trade, that means that maybe you're trading too big. Yeah, I mean, if you're not comfortable with a trade drawing down on you, just check what you're doing because you should be. You should be comfortable losing money. I mean, if you're not comfortable losing money, that means that you're either trading too big, or you're trading money that you can't afford to lose, and that is a big no-no. I mean, and when I say just be comfortable with losing money, is because you are going to lose money. I mean, there's no way you're going to win every single trade. You are going to go through drawdown periods, right? And if you're not comfortable with those drawdown periods, then you're going to start making bad decisions, emotional decisions, and two things are going to happen. You're going to burn more money, and you're never going to get out of that drawdown because you're going to start chasing those losses. So check yourself. I mean, this game is not about, hitting home runs. Even though I like to use, that GIF on my charts, but it's not about, making 150% in two trades. It's about being consistent, right? Uh, your goal should be building a an equity curve that you can show people, so people throw money at you so you can manage that money, right? Because if you're trading a $500 account, you're never going to make money out of it. You're never going to make money out of that, right? Never going to live. You're never going to grow your account towards $100,000, for example. Maybe you will, but it will take you fucking a long time to do it properly. The other way that you, the other way, and that's what I do, compound your money, man. I mean, just deposit to your account every single month. For example, I mean, if you have $200, two extra $100, right? Deposit those $200 in your account, right? And you trade it. I mean, be profitable, consistently profitable. And then the next month, maybe you have $300. So you're going to have $500 plus the profits that you made the past month. And then you're going to be able to trade bigger because you have more money. And you do that every single fucking month, and you start compounding your money instead of drinking your money away or buying stupid shit, or whatever. Just compound your money. I mean, it's better. I mean, um, and and only do this if you're really consistent, if you're really disciplined, right? Because if you're not, uh, I mean, it only takes two bad days or one bad trading day to really make a hole in your account. And yeah, sometimes there's not going to be trades. There's not going to be setups. Just look at this fucking market. Why would you want to trade it, right? Now, I mean, there's a couple of setups. This pound yen is a beautiful setup, right? And yeah, I mean, but there's going to be days that there's not going to be any setup, so don't trade. Compound your money, be smart. It's not a, I mean, I mean, if you can't go to sleep because of an open trade, I mean, you're not doing this correctly, right? You should be at ease with losing money. You should be at ease with your open trades. You should be at ease with everything. I have a long position in US dollar Japanese yen. I'm in profit. Shall I stay in or take profit? What's your opinion, mate? You do whatever the fuck you want to do. I can't tell you what to do, mate. I am not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do legally. It's not that I'm an asshole, It's not that we are assholes and we don't want to tell you what to do. It's just that legally we can't tell you what to do. I am not a financial advisor, mate. I can't advise you on what to do with your open trades. Nah, I can't. I just can't do it. My only opinion is that, or what I can tell you is what I do normally. When I have an open trading profit, and my trade hits about a 1.5, 1.7% profit, I take 1% off, and then I let the rest of it ride and continue to manage my position. Right? That's how I have found success, right? Because psychologically speaking, right? To me personally, banking profits, banking that 1%, um, makes sense, and it keeps me it keeps me on the game, making database decisions and math-based decisions. Because when I first started, I just I was greedy in the sense that um whenever my trades hit, I mean, I started to run in profits. I wanted more and more and more and more. So having that big drawdown in my P&L is also fucks with my mindset. So that's just me. That's what I do. I bank profits. Nobody in this history of trading has ever no one has ever gone broke by taking profits. So that's how I look at it. I'm using $1,000 account. My broker is unable to go below 0. 0.01 lots. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard to find a broker that goes below 0.01 lots. But you know what? With a $1,000 account, I mean, you can manage a 1% risk per trade. Yeah. So how about the pound yen short? How long are you going to hold it? So here's the dealio with that one, mate. Here's the dealio with that one. Um, right. I'm going to explain to you what I am doing here, right? Um, what I'm doing, why I'm holding, and everything. So if it makes sense to you, um, follow. Uh, And if it doesn't make sense to you, well, you might, well, just close it. So basically what I was looking at is this. Let's start with the 15, 17-minute chart. I just dig the 17-minute chart. This market made is very, very bearish, right? I mean, price has been breaking with the structure to the downside over and over and over again, right here. Now, here is the last low of the move, right? Now, what I'm doing here basically is just selling the rally because this market is very bearish, right? Now, now and this is what I always tell you guys. Just have a look at this, right? Now, what happened with those traders trying to sell the previous broken lows? They got fucked. So I was waiting for that. Now, again, what I was waiting for also was new weak players in the market. Let's go to the 7-minute chart right here. New weak players in the market. Boom, boom. Getting stopped out. The liquidity is gone. Now that I saw this now, and also price, uh, mitigating this supply zone, which might be this one. I don't know. Yeah, this is the one. Might be this one, mitigating this supply zone, then I got short, right? Might move my stop losses a little bit higher. It doesn't matter. So everything is pointing out at a continuation, right? So I am trading I'm trading with the trend because to me the trend is bearish, right? This move to the upside is not the trend, guys. This is not the trend. The trend is this one right here. So I am trading with the trend, right? And the zone to look for shorts here was the supply zone that created the break of the structure. So basically what I'm looking for is another break of the structure below 63. So my trade idea here is to take a ton of it off around the 64.20 or so. If it plays out, I might get stopped out, doesn't matter. And letting the rest of it ride. I might get stopped out. It really doesn't matter if I do, right? What I'm going to do, because my risk is 0.9 percent, that's also why I never go full risk. I am going to move my stop losses to the 65.82. Now, 65.82. That's the other thing. I mean, if you want to, if you are going to 82, I said. If you risk 1% per trade, that's it. 65.82. Never go full risk. Never go full risk. That's just my advice. Yeah, that's just my advice. 65.82. Now that I moved to 65.82, my risk is 1.1%. And I am full risk on this one, and I'm gonna let it ride to what did I say? 165.82. Yeah, that's I mean that's just how I look at things, right? That's just how I look at things. That's how I look at the Japanese yen. What happened with my Japanese yen? I don't know. Uh-oh. Um, Japanese yen basket. Uh, there you go. So the Japanese yen is breaking to the downside. Still, we have this zone right off here. This is pretty much my make it or break it area on this trade. This. So yeah, I'm still holding that pretty. I mean, I can get stopped out or not. But you know, it's up to you if you wanna. I mean, it's up to you to manage your trades, right? I wanted to let you know you forgot to to use reply button for Japanese yen stop loss. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I have a ton of things going on, mate, and sometimes I will forget. I'm sorry about that, but you know, yeah. I mean, you get a notification on my trades, so that should be good. So I'm gonna shut this stream down. There's not too much going on. Yes, gold. I'm gonna come back for the U.S. Open, very possibly all of everything that we talked about on the Euro USD, the GBP USD, gold, deep buys. This is looking like it wants to break with the lows, and if this happens, going to bring a ton of Momo. Maybe we'll hit my buy zones, maybe not. We will see, but you know, for the time being, there's nothing to do. Just look at how markets are trading at the moment. So thank you for joining me, guys. If you want to be part of the VIP group, you know what to do. The link is below, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.